Hello, and welcome to Mythology Abridged 6. Yeah. How y'all doing? It's been a long time. Been very busy. It's been a really long time, I think. Yeah. I spoke at a conference, and I was super nervous about that. Then I went on an excavation, and now I'm writing my thesis and a paper. So busy. Adult life sucks, man. Nah, it doesn't suck. It's just a bit busy, a tad busy. So I was originally gonna do the Aeneid. I don't know how you say it in English, but yeah, Aeneid, I think. Because ZZZ had done it a while back, about a month ago. But to be completely honest, I started reading it, and it's so fucking long, and I can't find my Hebrew translation. And all I do is read all day. So it's fucking long. I didn't want to read it. So I'm gonna do a story that I'm more familiar with. It's also relatively, I'm sure you've all heard of it and are like, bitch, why telling us this? There's like a million channels on YouTube who do it, but honestly, no one drinks as much as I do while doing it, and no one says fuck as much as I do while doing it. So yeah. So we're gonna do the Theogony, which basically means the creation of gods, the beginning of gods, the Greek creation story. Now, what's cool here is it's not actually a creation story. There's no creation of the world like we discussed sort of in the first myth abridged, the Mesopotamian myth, which is there's water, and then the water's fuck, and then the world is created, and then slowly the world comes together. So here there is the world. There still is. We begin with chaos, Gaia, and Eros. Chaos is space, the void, the nothingness. Gaia is the earth, and chaos is sort of desire, sexual desire, in like a primeval sort of sexy kind of way. But they don't they're already there. They're not created. They're sort of a constant in the universe, and then they create the gods, and the gods are not they're not like above the universe. They're created with the universe, and they have to go with the same rules as everyone else. Like there's elements in the universe, in the Greek world, that are above the gods, like the Moira, the Fates, the three blind women who have one eye, share an eye all between them, and they create, measure, and cut the thread of life, and they're above the gods. The gods can't change. They can't change fate. So we're talking about the creation of the gods. And we have our three first players. There's Chaos, and he makes the night, or the nighttime, and Gaia makes Uranus. Haha. Hashtag. Haha. Hashtag. 12. The sky. And there's she also gives birth to Pontos, which is the ocean and the mountains. There's a lot of ocean gods, and a lot of them. So Gaia the earth, takes the sky to be her husband, her son, her husband, hashtag incest, hashtag something. Why so many hashtags? Like, why? I don't use that in life, so I'm a bit confused about my need to always hashtag. It's funny. Cool. We've got, so Earth and Sky are coupled together as they are in many creation myths, as you all, of course, remember from the Mesopotamian myth, because you're good fucking students. Excellent. You remember everything. We're learning here. No, we're not. This is highly unprofessional, but semi-accurate. So, they fuck, and Uranus is afraid that his children will overthrow him, because there's always a prophecy. Unlike in Game of Thrones and Song of Ice and Fire, prophecies always come true in these things. So he thinks he had heard, I don't know from who. There's only like your wife and three other beings in the universe. Who told you that there's a prophecy? Anyway, he is afraid that his children will overthrow him. So he does not allow Gaia to birth her children, which sounds painful. She asks her children to revolt, and the only one who does is Cronus, Time, and Cronus takes a sickle and cuts his dad's dick off. He castrates his father, and then Cronus becomes like the main god. Actually, it's kind of funny. The translation I'm reading here is it says that from the 3 drops of blood from Cronus's dick, from Uranus's dick, Gaia gets pregnant. And I'm like, not blood. Not blood. Can't get pregnant from blood. Cannot. But she gets pregnant and births the giants, the goddesses of revenge, and the tree nymphs. The dick falls in the ocean and floats away, and from all the blood and semen and water foam, ocean foam, Aphrodite is born. And she's the goddess of love, and she's super sexy. We'll get to her in a different video, because she's fun. And Cronus lets all his other brothers and sisters out. And those are the Titans. Or is he a Titan? Yeah, the Titans. All the Titans are out, and then Cronus has children with Gaia, and he too had heard a prophecy from somewhere in space that one of his sons will defeat him. and cast him down. When your tears run dry and something, your son will come and choke the life out of you. So they have some kids, and Cronus swallows them all when they're born. But the last son is hidden in his mother's mouth, in a cave, and his mother gives Cronus a rock with a diaper and like swaddling. So, and he swallows the stone, and that doesn't give him any digestive problems at all, which is weird, because I think if you swallowed a baby-sized stone, that's one hell of a shit later. One hell of it. But that doesn't happen. So Zeus in Hebrew, hence the confusion. He grows up and in a cave, and then he finds his father and makes him throw up his siblings. And then Zeus and his mates, his brothers and sisters, who are the Olympian gods, they fight Cronus and the Titans. And they fight for a while, and then the young gods are like, our generation is valid and strong, and we have strong opinions, and you ruined the economy for us, so we're going to take you and put you on the ground. Sorry. And so they lock all the Titans in the ground for collapsing the housing market, and Zeus becomes the king of the gods, and like the head god, chief god. So that was the first cycle, the first two cycles of generations of gods, and then Zeus is already king of the everything, and lives on Mount Olympus with his brothers and sisters, except for the ones that are like in the ocean. Poseidon, and he also not also, wait, we'll get to that in a minute. He also hears a prophecy. Yeah, well, he also hears a prophecy that his son will kill him, and he's like, this happened to my father and my father before me. I'm smarter than them. Not gonna happen. And yet he goes around and fucks everything, just everything. All the nymphs, all the goddesses, his sister, his everything. Zeus fucks everything. And then he hears that Thetis, I don't know, pronunciations in English are weird. In Hebrew it's Thetis, the goddess, who is a goddess, is going to have a daughter that'll be as strong as Zeus, and he's like, I can't have a woman be as strong as me, can't have a daughter that's stronger than me. So he swallows her, his wife, his fuck buddy. He swallows her, and then like a while later, he's like, man, my head really hurts, man. I took like 5 Nurofen, and I smoked some weed, it's not going away. Like, my head really hurts, man. I don't know what to do. And then someone starts drilling in his head, and Athena pops out, all grown up and dressed and armed, um, and yeah, and she's the goddess of wisdom. She is awesome. And yeah, I mean, there's like other things before. Yeah, Gaia and Uranus have like giants, and Gaia has with Pontus, the god of the original ocean god. They have a lot of babies. Most of them are also ocean gods. And then the Titans like intermarried because #incest, and have also a lot of little gods. And then there's a lot of gods. So in this version by what's his face, who wrote it down, he doesn't really talk about humans, the creation of humans, which we did talk about a little bit in the Mesopotamian version. But here it's not in this part, it's in a different part. And there's a lot of cool stories about like Prometheus and the fire, and creating womankind as making everything shitty for everyone, because, you know, women suck, man. They've never done anything good for anyone. So yeah, I don't like Greek mythology that much. It's very weird. It's like the most popular, but it is like based, like influenced by a lot of other mythologies, and I like other mythologies more. And sometimes, or maybe it's just because we learn so much, or I learned so much Greek myth, like in elementary school, and in high school, and in the other one, and the one in the middle school, I guess, and and like through art class and history class and more art class and I said history, all those things where you learn the stuff. So I'm not like, it's cool. Yeah, it's all fucked up and everyone's like all about. It's weird, but it's not the only mythology there is, and I love all of them, as me doing this series is supposed to prove. Not that I have anything to prove. Yeah, so, did I finish? I think I finished it, right? Yeah, we talked about a lot of these things. Gods are not above the universe. Right. Cool. Love y'all, motherfuckers. See ya next time. Bye.